California Pediatrics, a podcast by pediatricians from the 4 California chapters of the American Academy of Pediatrics, AAP California Chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 chapters, 1 state, 1 voice. In 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome everyone to the California Pediatrics podcast. I'm Yasmin Chirumi. I am the resident representative for the California Chapter 2 for the AAP. I'm also pediatric resident at UCLA. With me, I have Dr. Elizabeth Volpicelli. She is the District IX Fellow Representative for the AAP section on pediatric trainees. She's here to talk about the statewide initiative that she's leading. Welcome, Dr. Volpicelli.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here and share a little bit more about the California Cares Food Drive.
We're very excited to have you here. So tell us a little bit more about it.
I'm so excited to share. So the California Cares Food Drive is a friendly statewide competition that unites trainees from medical schools and pediatric training programs across the state with really one shared goal, and that's to help feed families in need. So from November 17th to December 19th, trainees are rallying together to collect non-perishable food items to donate directly to local food banks and community organizations of their choice.
What an exciting initiative. So what inspired you to start all of this?
I'm really happy you asked. The purpose of the California Cares Food Drive is really twofold. First, the drive was originally created to address a real need. As you know, from October 1st to November 12th, the government shutdown put SNAP benefits on hold, and the impact was really severe, leading to temporary loss of over $1.1 billion in food assistance to approximately 5.5 million people in California, including about 2 million children. And this ultimately exacerbated food insecurity, creating new barriers for our patients and our families to access nutritious food. So the food drive is just one way that we can help fill the gap and support children and families who may be struggling during this time.
I totally agree. It's a really great initiative, and as a trainee, we see so directly how access to nutritious, consistent food has such a direct impact on physical, mental health of our patients and their families, and on their education overall. And I don't know about you, but as a trainee in all of our training sites, I am noticing that a lot of our families are having a difficult time focusing on their health when many of them don't even know where their next meal is coming from. So I think that the CARES Food Drive is such a great way to connect everybody from our training programs to the community so we can help bridge that gap outside of just the clinic setting.
Yes, absolutely. I completely agree. And this leads perfectly really to the second purpose of the food drive. It was also created to build community and a shared mission. California is a huge state, and our training programs can sometimes feel really far apart. So this drive gives us a way to come together and to make a meaningful collective impact. And although it's just a really simple idea, it allows us to step up and support our communities and really show our families that pediatric trainees really, truly care.
Absolutely, I agree. I think it's a great initiative. So tell me, how can the programs in California get involved?
I'm so happy you asked. It's simple, it's easy. First and foremost, just join forces. So rally together your program's medical students, residents, fellows. Next, purchase your supplies. Thanks to our wonderful sponsor, the California Pediatrics Podcast, programs can receive $30 in reimbursement for their donation bins and any sort of needed supplies. And then just set up your donation bin in any sort of trainee area and start collecting. So I actually brought one of our UCLA donation bins so everyone could just get a sense of how simple and fun the setup can truly be.
It looks fantastic. I'm excited to donate. So what kind of donations are you looking for specifically?
Yeah, I'm so happy you asked that question as well. So we're asking for both nutritious and shelf-stable foods. So anything like canned soups, meats, vegetables, canned or dried fruits, rice, pasta, cereal, protein bars, and trail mix, baby food, and formula. But do you want to know something that I've been doing personally to donate to the drive?
Yeah, tell me.
So every time I'm at UCLA and I buy breakfast or lunch at our cafeteria, I've been picking up extra donations to support our drive. So I actually brought some for everyone to see here. These are all things that I just purchased from the UCLA cafeteria. We have our Yummy Mini Wheat cereal, Kime bars, Smart Food popcorn, some ranch nuts, and as well as a mixture of trail mix and some great kettle corn popcorners. So I think all great options to donate.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great and convenient way for a lot of our trainees to donate. You know, having such a busy schedule in residency and fellowship, sometimes it can feel a little bit daunting to be able to donate and participate in these food drives. But kind of like you mentioned, this is just such a seamless way to be able to bridge that and to allow residents and fellows to participate. And it really does show that participating and advocating in your community doesn't need to be this large gesture, but really more consistent, small, and everyday gestures really make a big difference to our communities.
I completely agree.
Perfect. So how do we go about keeping track of our donations during this time?
That was a great question, and something that I asked myself. So I created a shared Google sheet where programs could log their donations and track their progress in real time. And my hopes is that just this keeps it collaborative, and then it also sparks a bit of friendly competition.
Great. So where do all of these donations go at the end of the drive, at the end of this 4-week period?
Yeah, so at the end of the drive, each program delivers its donations to a local food bank or a community partner of their choosing. And I intentionally did not assign organizations because I really wanted our programs to directly connect with their communities, to choose community partners that matter to them, to build meaningful relationships, and to support important local efforts.
I completely agree. I think that's a great idea, and it really helps the programs get together and decide on an organization to donate to that means the most to not just the training program, but the patient populations that they serve, and be able to find these organizations all across California. I think that's a great idea.
Exactly. I'm really looking forward to seeing the incredible impact our trainees create across the state. I would also really love to highlight and celebrate the efforts of all of our training programs. So trainees can send photos and videos to our SOPT email address, which we could include as part of the information here on the podcast. And they are also encouraged to post on social media, to tag their local AAP chapter, and to use our hashtag, capital CARES hashtag.
Sounds great. So it sounds like this is a competition.
It is a competition. Every single contribution does make a real difference, but the program that has the greatest impact will receive a very special award and will be featured right here on the California Pediatrics podcast.
Well, that's very exciting. I think that this drive overall just shows that as a trainee, whether it's residency or fellowship, the impact that we can have, whether it's joining your AAP local chapter or state chapter, your SOPT chapter, going to these local meetings and seeing what kind of conversations are being had in your communities, even participating in food drives, soup kitchens, etc., really making an impact for your patient population in any part of California or in the state is so important. Yes. So I'm really excited to see how this drive goes. So I want everybody to grab your teams, grab a bin, and get ready to donate for our California Cares Food Drive, which is running from mid-November to December 19th. And may the best program win.
I love it. I can't wait.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Volpicelli, and for telling us a little bit more about this drive. I'm really excited to see how it goes.
Thank you so much. This has been so much fun.
Thank you for joining California Pediatrics. Until next time.